Hello and welcome to another ranking on the channel. I'm Adam and this is ranking the main villains in the Pokemon games / anime. Now, not all these villains actually appeared in the Pokemon anime, not that I know of anyway, or yet, but one of these villains have only appeared in the Pokemon anime, so I have to count the anime as well. But most of my information goes off the games because that's where I've seen most of them. And this is my opinion, so if your opinion is different, please in the comments below who your favourite main villain is. I know who Lucas's is anyway. And without any further ado, let's get right into this. So we're going to start off with my least favourite, and 11th place is Elena. Now, Elena is technically not the main villain, but I decided to count her because she's more harder to battle, I guess, against the actual main villain. So, I just decided to add her there. She specialises in... I don't think it's poison types, but I know she has a Gigantamax Garbodor. No, is it Gigantamax Garbodor? I can't remember what her team is, but I think it's poison types. Probably it's not. But I just remember going against the Garbodor on that team. I just find her boring, and I kind of hate her, actually. She's actually my least favourite, obviously. 10th place is Rose, Chairman Rose. He is the proper main villain of the Sword and Shield games, but he was easy to beat. And if you're eagle-eyed, you know exactly what type of Pokemon he uses from the shape of his beard being like the Steel type emblem from the Pokemon cards. So kind of obvious it's going to be a Steel type user. And the fact the Pokemon he brings out at the start of the game is a Cufant. So, that's it. 9th place, we have Archie. Now, Archie is the leader of Team Aqua, and had the stupidest plan I've ever heard. It's kind of like, we shall increase the water mass, so then, what was it? So then we can thrive, I guess. If you increase the water mass, you're making it harder for us to live. So, sir, it doesn't work like that. 8th place is Maxie. Essentially the same reason as Archie. Stupid plan. Increasing the land mass, however. Excuse me, sir. We need water to live. Same reason, basically. Both boring in my opinion, but both rather good battles in the Ultra and Ultra Moon post-game. 7th place is Lysander, the leader of Team Flare. I wouldn't say he's a psychopath, but he had a bit of a psychopathic plan where he plans to destroy the world and recreate it in beauty, so that no one ever grows old or something. I'm not sure, but it was interesting. His plan in the anime I find to be better. The fact he took control of Zygarde and used Zygarde's power to just start destroying the world. Didn't work, obviously, and had one of the best moments ever where all the gym leaders, all of them this time, I'm linking back to Black and White, where all of them bar the first 3 gym leaders actually turned up. But all the gym leaders, along with some noticeable characters, all came in, sent out their strongest move to go against it. I don't remember if it won, but I know it was a really good battle, and I liked it, even though it wasn't the league battle. It happened in between the league battle. So that's 7th place. 6th place, I'm going to put Hunter J. This is Lucas's favourite villain, and actually, surprisingly, I don't remember much about her. I've seen the Sinnoh anime, but she just kind of blended in. I remember she appeared a couple of times with her Salamence trying to catch a Lake Trio. But that's all I know from what she done. And then apparently, and I never talked about her or remembered her since. But then, when we got onto that topic, when I was talking to Lucas, he said, "Oh yeah, she died. That's why she's my favourite." Okay, did she really die? She sent me a link of her death scene, and I can confirm she did die, with Darkrai's theme as well. So, okay, I did not actually know that was going to happen, but okay, Hunter J's dead. So, kind of like the Lake Trio's last move they used before they turned to statues, because I believe one may have used Whirlpool, but it was said by Team Galactic one of them used Future Sight to hit her ship, causing it to crash into a whirlpool where they drowned. And I was like, okay. Moving on. 5th place is Lusamine, the leader of Team Ava, and claiming to be the worst parent around. She's one of three of the main villains that has a child, and Lusamine claims to be the worst one because she prioritised her work of discovering Ultra Beasts over her daughter and son. I'm just thinking, okay, no, you're not the worst parent, but still that's actually kind of a dick move. 4th place is Giovanni, the leader of Team Rocket, and obviously I had to put high because nostalgic reasons. And also he's the only one that's actually a gym leader as well as a evil boss thing. His team had a rather simple plan. His son is Silver, who he abandoned after losing to Red and Blue in the games, or you and your rival in Fire Red and Leaf Green, or Red and Blue. You get the gist. He just left Silver, basically, after losing 2 battles. And that's pretty much all I can say about him, really, because he's claimed to be the worst parent because he left his son when his son was young, just because he lost 2 battles. I'm just thinking, that's child's play. There's a worse parent out there. 3rd place is Guzman, not that worst parent because he doesn't have a child. He's the leader of Team Skull, and otherwise known as the Big Bad Guzman. And I need to say, he is the Big Bad Guzman. He's absolutely fun to battle against and battle with. And the post game in Ultra Sun Ultra Moon, I just liked that scene where he's just holding 2 Rainbow Rocket grunts by their mouths whilst they're trying to charge towards him. I found that rather interesting, rather amusing to begin with. And his team, even though it specialises in bug types, it makes them seem very strong. And in the anime, Guzman is also a pretty formidable opponent, because he beaten Elena with Sizzle when he had a Mega Kangaskhan, so okay. And then he's beaten Lana with a Golisopod in a very brutal way. I wouldn't say brutal, but in a very bad way, where Lana lost not being able to land an attack on him. Ultimately, Guzman got his just desserts by facing off against Ash in a 2-on-2, and due to Golisopod's emergency exit ability, Sizzle got a fire blast to the face. And then I can't remember how Golisopod went down, but I know it was after Guzman and Golisopod decided to no longer run away from their problems. So that was a good development arc, and why he's 3rd place. 2nd place is Cyrus, leader of Team Galactic, with a rather strange plan, essentially like Lysander's, but instead of creating it in beauty, creating it in his image. And all the grunts and commanders will be taken, I guess, to this new world that he created. Ultimately gets kidnapped by Giratina to the Distortion world, and where the hardest battle against Cyrus begins, and to some Nuzlocke players, where they lose, to one Nuzlocke player in particular, MJTV, he loses a Luxray to a Gyarados, which is absolutely annoying, and I felt his pain when that happened as well. But yeah, at least he still won the Nuzlocke. Cyrus, I just find to be an interesting villain, and since he's has nostalgic value to me, obviously a high spot. But number 1 goes to the by far the worst parent in the Pokemon universe, and that is Ghetsis, leader of Team Plasma. Now, I said this in my last video when I was talking about N, that I'll go on to Ghetsis when I get to him in my next video, which is now. I said in the last video that N got manipulated into being the king of Team Plasma when he wanted to do something else. And Ghetsis started that when he was only a baby. As N was growing up, Ghetsis was just telling N about a prophecy about how he's the rightful king of Team Plasma, of how he'll help rule Unova with the 7 sages at his side. 7 sages is, I can't remember their names, but them along 6 people along with Ghetsis. And just so much. And then when N finally rebelled against Ghetsis, Ghetsis snapped, where he's like, I shouldn't have trusted a freak about a human heart. I was like, oh my god, this is your son. Why are you doing this? And also the great battle you have the great and the only battle you have against Ghetsis in the Black and White games is where he has a terrifying Hydreigon that gives Cynthia's Garchomp a run for its money. And I'm not even ashamed to say that. Hydreigon is terrifying to go against. Luckily I haven't gone against one since then. Woo. Anything else that gets this? He is the staple psychopath of all villains, really. And by far the most merciless one in my opinion. So that's why Ghetsis is my favourite. I know some of you are probably going to disagree for where I put some of them there, but if I don't like them, I don't like them. Simple as. But anyway, that is all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press that notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.